Hey, what is up, ladies and gentlemen? It is your boy Johnny, and today we're going to be revisiting the older Pokemon games on the Nintendo 3DS. Believe it or not, it's been a while since I actually played Pokemon X, Omega Ruby, and Alpha Sapphire, and as well Sun and Ultra Sun and Moon. So we're just going to be going ahead and booting up these classic Pokemon games and seeing exactly how they compare a little bit differently with the modern Pokemon games that have recently came out. As you guys can see, let's go ahead and get started and go ahead and boot Pokemon X right here. As you guys can see, Pokemon X is definitely one of my favorite Pokemon games. I know a lot of people are gonna say that it was, oh my gosh, it was the worst Pokemon game ever. But we gotta give credit where it's due. It is indeed one of the Pokemon games that basically started it all for the 3D adventure and personally brought me back into the game, in my opinion. So yeah, it is definitely one of those games that definitely brought me back into the Pokemon series. So one of the cool things that I really liked about this game is that it has the, as you guys can see, the skates. Wow, man, the FPS is stable even though it's at 30 FPS, but the graphics are so weak for some reason. And these characters do kind of look like chibi characters, and we've been complaining in Brilliant Diamond, but I mean they look pretty bad. As you guys can see, I feel like the speed movement in my character isn't too bad. I don't know why people were complaining, but in reality, the skates were pretty cool. I think this is one of the cooler things in Pokemon X. And I'm gonna show the bottom screen as well for you guys, just so you guys can see how it is. I think we can connect to Wi-Fi. I don't remember if they took out the Wi-Fi from this game. It would suck if they did, but I think Wi-Fi still works. I think the servers are still up for this game. Okay. Yeah, they're still up. The servers are still up in this game. And that's really cool. So you guys can see the Pokédex. I think the Pokédex looks pretty cool. And I don't remember, but I think National Dex, or not National Dex, but every Pokemon is here as well. And yeah, it has a pretty cool dex. I remember when this came out, I mean, this was just really cool to see, especially because they had updated so much stuff from this game. And I mean, it does indeed look pretty cool, in my opinion. The communication system was kind of ass in this game. People said that their friends are right there, but sometimes mine wouldn't appear there. So I think it is kind of ass. Sometimes it didn't appear, but I mean, it's better than Sword and Shields for sure, because you would be able to click on them as well, and you would be able to find everything. And you get your battle spot, you get your Wonder Trade, which was really convenient as well. And your trade and your Holocaster and your battle with friends. You also get the GTS. Do you guys remember the GTS? Like, seriously, we had a GTS back then, and unfortunately it was removed with the newer games, which is something that I think was kind of quite disappointing. I don't know why they removed the GTS. The GTS is so cool. I still like the GTS in this game. I think they should have kept it. It's a misfortunate that you can't have it. I know that they released the app, whatever, but it makes it extra step that you have to do. But the GTS was here, and I mean, it's pretty cool. So yeah, the GTS still works, so I'm amazed they haven't shut down the servers. Eventually, they're gonna shut down these servers. I just know how they are, and they always do. I also like the fact that we had O-powers that would also allow us to get like bonus stuff in the game as well. What else was there? There was a bunch of stuff that you could do. Holocaster. So yeah, that's one of the things. And then let's check our inventory. As you guys can see, I don't really have a lot of Pokemon in this save file. I think it's because this is the one where I didn't really play it as much. I did beat the game before. We had Super Training, which was really cool as well. It was pretty much more straightforward. But, you know, the newer games still have it, but this was fun as hell as well. Super Training as well. Your Pokemon where you could play with them as well. So this has kind of been a feature that has been reintroduced in a different way in the newer games. But this was pretty cool as well. You can play with your Pokemon. Yeah, remember you could actually pet them as well. You could also feed them puffins. Eat it, damn it. So that's still pretty cool though. Alright, we had other features that were in here as well. So that was one of the highlights of that. We can go ahead and take that screen down. But man, look at I definitely like the fact of the skating in this game. Like, it was really legit. I think that was one of the coolest things this game had. So now we're gonna be checking out the battles, as you guys can see. Still look pretty nice. The animations are definitely outdated, but they're really not too far behind. They're really not too far behind the newer Pokemon games. Well, Sword and Shield, to be specific. As you guys can see, the bottom screen. One of the coolest things about Pokemon X and Y is that they did introduce the fact that you could get Mega Evolutions in this game. So later on, you can actually get Mega Evolutions, which is definitely one of the cooler things that I believe Pokemon X and Y brought. And the other thing I like about the 3DS games is that the fact that you can actually live stream without them seeing your moves, which in these newer Pokemon games, people can actually see your moves, what you're going to be using. So that's the disadvantage of having the lower screen and not having it. But in these games, that wasn't an issue. As you guys can see, man, the environments are so cool. And as you guys can see, I got my bag here. Really nothing really interesting for the most part. You got your trainer right there. And the bag, I guess the bag could be something that people like seeing. I don't really think it's really that interesting. As you guys can see, that is the bag. But yeah, man, I think it's still pretty. It's a still pretty cool game. If you haven't played it, I would recommend you play it. Obviously, it's probably one of the weakest in the series, but I mean, I overall had fun with Pokemon Y and X and Y. So I think that it is a pretty fun game still if you look back at it. I don't find it bad at all, though. Still entertaining. You got your super training. Everything is still there. As well. So yeah. I think we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next game, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, one thing that I did forget to actually show was the intro. We're gonna see the intro and see what it looks like. Cause I didn't really show the intro, but I think it has a pretty sick intro as well. I always like this intro. It's just pretty clean. You get Xerneas on the bottom. Wyvatel. And I think they did an event for this one as well. Thought the intro was pretty cool for this one as well. And it just shows you the environment. I thought the Paris environment looked really cool. And the customization on your clothes, you can. This is probably one of the first Pokemon games that offered customization, but it was really cool as well. So you get a bottom screen intro and the top one as well. The Mega Evolutions as well. I mean, those were really awesome. Alright, that looks like to be pretty much the full intro. We're actually going to go ahead and switch over to the next game, which I gotta put it here. Now, if you're hearing that sound, that's because the capture card on my 3DS is like bad. Because I ended up getting like a Katsukiri card, and it takes a while for me to switch, but yeah. We're going to be switching into Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. So you guys may already know this game. Pokemon Alpha Sapphire came after Pokemon X and Y. I remember when they announced it, we were just seeing the trailers, and it was an amazing announcement when they did. I was like, wow, dude, they're remaking, they're literally remaking Pokemon Ruby and Sapphire's remake, and Emerald as well. Yeah, you can, I guess you could say Emerald was in there too. I remember just being super hyped for it, and it was just a cool thing that they did. So, yeah. Oh my God, there's an update. Unfortunately, it won't take that long to complete, because I mean the DS updates were much more simple back in the day. Like, they really weren't that like complicated or anything. Like, the updates were really quick for the most part. So yeah, that's not gonna take that long, as you guys can see. Oh, those new Nintendo Switches updates are like crazy long. Like, they take forever, but from my experience, I haven't really had that much issue with updates for the 3DS. As you guys can see, let's boot it up. I'm probably gonna take out my webcam so you guys can actually see the intro to this amazing game. Hopefully my save file didn't delete. I'm gonna be disappointed if it did. The music, though. Oh man, this is definitely a better intro than X and Y for sure. Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is definitely one of my most favorite Pokemon games ever. I still think it's one of the best ones. Yeah, the intro is definitely better in this game. I also like the fact that they brought back different mega evolutions in this game. Like they made the mega evolutions for the legendary Kyogre and all of those as well. Alpha Sapphire has a better intro. It had Kyogre on the bottom of the screen as well. I'll show it to you guys afterwards. Oh well. I don't know why it says communication failed. Oh man, did my save data did not get saved or what? I don't know. I think I reset my games when I was doing another Let's Play. Yeah, it was probably my idiotic self that got it reset, but I'll probably put in footage later on of my previous playthroughs, but wow, that looks amazing. I still like the way it looks. I like how you can just crawl up there as well. And as you guys can see, you got your area nav, which it was actually pretty dope. As you guys can see, Pokemon looks the same here. I got my Mega Evolution Stones. I don't remember what happened then. Yeah, this is a Garbo file. Then you have the area nav which also shows you places. I thought that was really defined in here in this game. Thought that was really cool as well. And you get pretty much the same features as the other one when it comes to like battling and stuff like that. I don't think it's different. The Pokédex looks really cool. I think the Pokédex was better. Yeah, the Pokédex in this one is way better than the other one. Very cool stuff as well. The badges there. I think this one was a little bit different when you connect on... No, that's the save button. Alright, let's go check out the battles. Like, I don't remember having Ash here. I probably got... The dialogue is pretty quick as well. Then you got Dex Nav features as well. As you guys can see, another feature that it had that people could shiny hunt with the Dex Nav, which is something that was really welcomed in this game. Now we're gonna see the battles. the water gun as well. I think for this, I'm probably gonna come back to it, to this cartridge later. Or I'm gonna edit the other part, because there was so much other cool stuff that you can do in this game that for some reason this save file didn't have it. But the battles look kind of like the same from X and Y as well. So we'll continue this part. Alright, so I managed to get a save file from Pokemon Alpha Sapphire. One of the things that I really wanted to showcase in Alpha Sapphire was the cool features it had. Mainly using the Eon Flute. This was one of the coolest features I saw in Pokemon Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. Like, I thought this was like the coolest thing ever, that you could actually traverse through the whole area of the whole maps. And just the way they did it with this game was just really amazing. Like, I don't know, you could do this and you could find Pokemon in the sky as well. Then you could go through like different areas and you would find like legendary Pokemon through the Ultra Wormholes. But I really thought this was one of the coolest things that they added into this game. And I mean, the traveling was also fast. I mean, and if you look at it, it just shows you the whole map of the whole game. And it makes you think, wow, this is kind of pretty small considering the fact that you went through a whole adventure that took a while. And then you just go with the soaring in the sky, and it's really not that big. It's small. And I think this was really one of the coolest features in it. Obviously, you just couldn't land on the route. But, I mean, it was just definitely one of the coolest features in the game. I thought that was one of the coolest things they did in this game. And it's kind of been brought back, believe it or not, with Pokemon Legends Arceus. It's like they took the inspiration back from it. And they brought it back in some way. Not exactly, but it was brought back. As you guys can see, these mysterious rings with the Hoopa were pretty cool. They added these events where you could capture legendaries. I know people probably got tired of it, but I didn't. I thought it was pretty amazing. That was one of the cooler stuff in this game. Like, I really like that. Another thing that I wanted to mention right off the bat is that we did indeed get like a mini Battle Frontier. I wouldn't say it's 100% Battle Frontier, but it's something that they added to the game, I guess, but not really. Then you got Mirage Mountain, the Pokemon League, the Victory Road, Evergrande. And as I said, you can encounter Pokemon out here, and it's actually a Drifloon. I'm assuming because it's nighttime or so. And the Mega Evolutions as well were brought back. Like, these games had Mega Evolution in every single version of their games. That's one thing that was really cool about them as well. Like, Mega Evolutions were here. And Sword and Shield Legends Arceus didn't have Mega Evolutions. Although Pokemon Let's Go had Mega Evolutions, but still, nobody remembers Pokemon Go like that. Another thing that I find superior in these games is that it's just a better remake. It's been made way better than Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl. Yes, Pokemon Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl had some pretty cool stuff, but I just felt the remake was kind of dull. This one added like adventure and new storylines. People were disappointed about Battle Frontier, but we got the Battle Resort, which is okay, I guess, but it's nothing compared to Battle Frontier. But now looking at it, back at it, at least we got an extra item to it. And all it says is that Battle Frontier is coming soon here, which we never really got it in the future games, not even in Sun and Moon. So maybe that was an original idea that they were going to bring it back for Sun and Moon or something. but they didn't. But I don't know. Even the storyline in this game is definitely one of the best. I mean, I gotta say, Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is definitely one of the best Pokemon games out there. If you haven't played it, you definitely need to pick it up. Especially if you're starting in the 3DS era and you haven't played a 3DS Pokemon game. I would say Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire are the first games you should start off with. It's just, you'll just have a really wonderful time when you play these, in my opinion. So yeah, the Dex Nav also had different upgrades when you completed it. I believe it wasn't really much. I think they had super training as well. You could unlock. Play online with other, train your Pokemon. The Pokemon Amy was back. They had features that X and Y had, so they brought him back. That was pretty cool. And the Play Nav, the Pokénav just had more stuff. I think you could even call like random people in the game and go visit them. I mean, Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire is definitely one of the better games. I'm not gonna showcase every city. They definitely changed a lot of stuff. Like Moss Deep City was changed, and they made it into a like complete mall city, and I thought that was pretty cool as well. We didn't get the roller skates back, but I mean, we got the bike back, and I really don't mind the bike, but I definitely have to say the roller skates were a little better, because with the roller skates you could go anywhere, pretty much. But hey, it's still better than nothing. They brought it in, the bicycle, so yeah, it's okay, I would say. And pretty much everything else is the same in this game. I think it's pretty cool. So for the next game, I'm just going to go ahead and go with Ultra Sun and Moon Pokemon for the next game that I'm going to showcase. I know that I have Moon right here, but let's be honest, these two games were literally the same thing except with added features in Ultra Moon. And Ultra Moon is considered one of the games that has the most complete Pokemon and everything on it, because it has Mega Evolution, attack moves, as well as everything else that's in the other game. So yeah, I kind of skipped up with the Moon one because there's really not that much difference in it, except that Ultra Moon is basically the enhanced version, kind of, with more stuff and a little bit of different changes in the storyline. So we're just gonna go ahead and go with Ultra Moon, because it's pretty much the same game. So yeah, let's look at the intro. So as you guys can see, Necrozma fusion with the cool wormholes that it's going through. That's not Necrozma. Well, it is with Lunala. It's mixed with Lunala. I forgot what the name of this Pokemon was. Nice intro, but I still think it doesn't beat the intro from Pokemon Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. And you got your Mega Evolution and your Z bracelet as well, so you do your Z attacks. The gimmick that every Pokemon game brings. I mean, it is a better intro, I guess, for the most part. But yeah. Let's get started. You got Mr. Give and your live competition options here. So that's pretty dope. So as you guys can see, I am in the Pokemon Center. One major thing about this game is that, my gosh, Rodham was kind of like your pal of everything. He also shows you everything on there as well. Let's go ahead and look at the Pokemon that we got. They kind of changed the fonts a little bit, so that's pretty cool. The Pokedex, I don't think this is the one that had the national dex. I think it was gone in here. It just had different island decks that you could capture, but you could still get every single Pokemon, so that's what really mattered. He tells you it doesn't hurt to... Alright, so it gave me an evaluation. Actually, I would have to say this one is probably the better Pokedex out of all of them. I mean, it just looks really cool. Still gives you detail, habitat, location, possibilities, everything on the corner. So yeah, that is still the kind of the same. But really cool. And this is in both Pokemon Sun and Moon as well. And you actually get a photo album with your SD card that you can take pictures of Pokemon. As you guys can see, the bag, everything kind of same basic stuff that we are used to. Your trainer passport. Pokemon refresh. Kind of like a more mini game as well. Basically play with your Pokemon as well. You can get the different infections as well. Most of the stuff that was in the other games is here. Battle video. I think battle video is in the other ones as well with the verses recorded. You could check out your battles. QR code scanner, a feature everybody pretty much liked, where you can analyze QR codes and they would give you like bonuses and stuff, I believe. It's been a while since I played. Pokepalego. There was a mini game they had. I mean, this game had a lot of stuff. You could collect different beans for your Pokemon each day. I never really used it when we had it though. So yeah, that was just one of the features of it. And look at the animations in Pokemon Sun and Moon and Ultra Sun and Moon. Like, they don't look too bad for what they are. They're pretty good animations, actually. Despite it being different, I still think they did a pretty good job with this one. The quick link is right here as well. You could also find somebody on the bottom to link up really quick. And then Festival Plaza. Not only did they give you the option to one of the things, but Festival Plaza was pretty dope. I don't understand the people why they didn't really like Festival Plaza. You could challenge different things. Festival Plaza was pretty cool. You had to get coins for it though, as well. Gave you the option to battle and link battle, visit battle spot. You could download the rules as well. And it had GTS here and Wonder Trade and Link Trade. Everything was here. One thing that I really like about Festival Plaza has to be the music. I don't know, this has been one of my most favorite Pokemon theme songs, or whatever you want to call it. It's definitely one of the best soundtracks in a Pokemon games, in my opinion. You could do a lot of stuff in there as well, your friends and everything. I thought it was a decent system. Probably not the best, I would say, but it was alright. Your guest list, your VIP list, it was always kind of confusing though. But at the end of the day, you would still be able to communicate with your friends. Alright, we're gonna go ahead and check out some of the more smaller things. Probably not going to do with the screen on the top anymore. Ooh, why did I hit that by accident? Oh, one thing that I forgot to show you guys, you could have ride Pokemon. As you guys can see, instead of using the HMs, this game was one of the ones that introduced this stuff where you didn't really have to do that anymore, which I think was still a pretty cool feature that they did. The animations kind of still look the same like X and Y, but they definitely improved it upon where the previous games. These aren't the best graphics, I would say. They aren't, but they definitely did an improvement in terms of the graphics in this game. The animations were a little bit more lively, I would say, in my opinion. And that's a good thing. They didn't look too bad for the most part. This game also had Mega Evolutions, which is something that was really cool as well. I don't know why I use Sunny Day. I was gonna switch to my Gengar. Alright, feel like I never finished or got all my. The only thing about the Z moves that was kind of dumb is that you had to take out the current item that you had. That's one of the things I didn't really like about the Z moves, is that you had to take out an item. Some of them were interesting, some of them weren't. This one wasn't as interesting. Which only boosted your attack, but there was also the ones where you could hit them as well. Oh yeah, the Charizard glide was pretty cool. Man, it's been a while since I played this game. Now I think about it, having all the islands was pretty cool. This game had a lot of islands. It had a lot of places to visit. Alright, one of the more cooler features that this game had was the Ultra Wormholes. And this was in Pony Island. I just had forgotten. But basically you could go through the Ultra Wormholes. This isn't included in Pokemon Sun and Moon, but it is included in this game. And you could shiny hunt here basically. And you could use the console or the gyroscope to actually align yourself. I don't know why it's showing me the tutorial again. Probably because, I don't know, my saves are just all weird right now, but I did beat the game. But this was definitely one of the cooler features this game had. So, I'm not gonna be able to tilt in reality because like my gyroscope will take out the, what can I say, it will take out my signal from my capture card because my capture card is pretty janky. But anyways, you get the idea. After a while, if you got more stuff, you would be able to head over to this place. And you'll be able to encounter a legendary Pokemon, or it would be a Ultra Beast, which I thought was pretty cool. Actually, I encountered Thunderous. I thought that was one of the coolest things that this game had, that you were able to capture a lot of legendaries in these ultra wormholes, and they were pretty interesting too. Especially when you made it to the Guzzlord area, that was like really interesting. And I remember there was a lot of YouTubers shiny hunting when this came out. In terms of everything, I think it was pretty cool what they did with these worlds in this game. I mean, Pokemon's Ultra Sun and Moon is probably the most definitive experience. They added new Pokemon. Poipole, I don't know how to pronounce his name, was added. The fusion Necrozma with Lunala was also added, which was really cool. They added a bunch of stuff in this game, and it was just a really cool experience. I think if you haven't played them, you should definitely give them a try. I know that one thing that people were complaining a lot about Ultra Sun and Moon was the endless dialogue, which I can understand, because there was just a lot of dialogue in it. I also like the fact that they introduced Naganadel, the new Pokemon that weren't included in the previous one. But you had your Zorora and Necrozma, and you had all these new Ultra Beasts that were added as well, that weren't previously added in Sun and Moon, but were indeed added into this game. And you got your Solgaleo and everything. So yeah, I mean, this game definitely was one of the more definitive Pokemon games. The online was alright. They had battle competitions where you could earn stuff, but I think I still have to say that the online was way better in Pokemon Sword and Shield because they gave you a rank, and in this one I believe that it didn't give you a rank. But it was still a definitive Pokemon game in my opinion. So this comes down to our last game. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and have a nice day. So thank you for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen. I was just bringing you guys back into the nostalgia trip of the old Pokemon games. Let me know in the comment section which game you think was the best from the 3DS systems. Make sure to hit the like button and the subscribe button for more content.